All right, man, peace. You know, brothers, when I think of Joel Embiid, I think of the 1984 NBA draft. Why is that? Because the first two picks in the 1984 NBA draft both could end up being Joel Embiid or encapsulating his career. Because the first pick was Hakeem Olajuwon, who was often the center that Joel Embiid is compared to the most. Why is that? Because they're both West African and they both have a multitude of skills on offense and defense. And the second pick was Sam Bowie, whose career was cut short because of a multitude of leg injuries. And that seemed like that was the direction that Joel Embiid's career was heading in. Now, thankfully, he seems to have surpassed that era of his NBA career, and it seems as though he's going to be able to transcend beyond that. So anyway, he sat down for this basketball show, and of course, he's going to do what Joel Embiid does. He's going to talk a lot of shit. He's going to weigh in on a myriad of topics, and he's going to provide his perspective. So, of course, they're going to talk about it, and I'm going to chime in.
Welcome back to The Jump. We are in Philadelphia. Some of the NBA's training camps open today. We are here with the Sixers and with All-Star Joel Embiid. Welcome. First of all, Steven Jackson, when Joel sat down, was, oh good, now I have someone to be silly with. I'm in trouble with this studio. I'm in so much trouble. If I don't make it to the end of the show, just come rescue me, people.
Man.
I'm just saying.
Oh, please, Rachel Nichols. You know damn well this is your dream. You're sitting there dressed in all black, and you got two big black men's right around you. Only thing that you need is a bed.
And you were also asking him as you were watching those highlights when he started playing basketball. I'm not sure people quite this.
They don't know, Ray.
This.
They don't know. Tell them again when you started playing basketball.
Started in 2011.
So 2011. So for all you kids at home, that's unconfident. 2011, and look at him now, the best center in the NBA. So you can do it, man. Just keep working.
You know, Olajuwon also started playing basketball very late. But I will say this. Both Olajuwon and Embiid grew up playing soccer. So when you play soccer, you already have the feet for any other sport. The only thing that they had to learn were regular post moves. And if you notice, they have very smooth post moves. Of course, Olajuwon is known for having the greatest post moves of any center in the history of the NBA because he had great feet from soccer. Same thing with Joel Embiid.
It's possible.
Right. He didn't speak any English back then either. Yeah. Now he's, a mastery in several languages, so it's all good.
I tried.
He just called you the best center in the NBA. I know you've been saying you expect to be an MVP. You have a lot of competition for that. What do you think you have to do this year to be the MVP of the league? Russell Westbrook had to have a triple-double for a whole season. What do you have to do?
Joel Embiid is one of my dark horses for MVP. And I think that he's going to have to average at least 27 to 28 points per game, somewhere around 13 rebounds, and also about 3 blocks. Going to have to shoot over 50% from the field, 75 to 80% from the free throw line, and 35% or up from 3. And, of course, Philadelphia is going to have to win 50-plus games. If they could win somewhere around 55 games and he put up those numbers and play 75 or more games, his name is going to be bandied about for the MVP.
I think nowadays it's all about, you got to win. It's all about team success. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Last year we won 52 games. This year I expect to go either like 55, 60, 65. So that's the goal.
He says 65.
And from there, I feel like I'm going to have to be a big part of that. I'm going to have to show up every night and average, 27, 28 points.
Exactly, sir.
And, and I'm excited.
I want to let this slip, by the way. He just said on national television, we want to win. We think we're going to win 65 games.
Oh, my God. I said I want to win.
I said 60, 65 games, maybe 75 games. 75 games, I get MVP.
60, 65. Do you want me to keep going? I want to win 55, 60, 65.
You got to be confident. You got to be confident, man.
82 games.
We're going to win 83 games. We're going to be the first team win every game and the preseason game.
You put the pressure on yourself on purpose, right?
Yeah,
when people say,
"Oh,
he's writing checks his body can't cash," but you write those checks on purpose, right?
Yeah, I think he's to motivate me. He's to motivate my teammates because I know that.
Well, that's the point of trash talking. Trash talking is not just to disarm your opponent; it's also to put pressure on yourself to be able to back up that shit that you was talking.
So that if I go out there and I tell the media that, I want to win 60 games. If we don't win 60 games, they're gonna
don't shrink back. You said 65. You can keep going.
65, whatever.
70, 75 games, 80 games. Who knows?
That's a lot of pressure.
I watched them go out and miss the playoffs.
A lot of pressure, and I think for me personally, it makes me play better. And I want my teammate, I want to push them. I want them to know that, I put that goal out there. We better get there.
Well, I tell you what, Joel Embiid, you better play better against Aaron Baines in the big spots this year than you did last year in the playoffs.
Well, everybody's going to be looking at us like we're crazy. And we've done it in the past. Last year, we talked about, came out, I said that I wanted to make the playoffs, I wanted to win 50 games, and then he pushed us, and we did. So I'm just possible.
It's motivation.
Absolutely. Now, you are also not afraid for setting goals for your own team. Not afraid to talk trash, both on and off the court. So Steven has a little clipboard file, and we wanted to know, of the players you played in your NBA career, who your favorite is to talk trash. So please, show him some
Probably going to be Hassan Whiteside.
candidates, Steven
We're
Jackson.
gonna go with this guy first.
Yeah, that's an easy
Mr. Hassan
That's an easy answer.
So he's a candidate?
Answer. Candidate.
Oh, he's your favorite guy to talk trash to?
Yeah,
Oh, wait till you
first
see
thing.
who else he's got.
Bam!
Mister, show the people.
He actually made him hit himself in the face. Joel did not hit him in the face with an elbow. He actually made Hassan hit himself in the face.
Show the people.
So the people.
I respect Westbrook. I love his energy, the way he plays the game. So
He makes you play hard.
go up against him, you want to beat him. You want to
Right, okay, so wait,
you want to show him that you're better than them.
But you and Russ, I don't know if I'm going to show the clip, you and Russ got into it last year, and that did not look like fun. This looked like you both were pretty serious.
You can't really say. I won't really comment on that much because I didn't win the game, both games. But I remember blocking him a lot and dunking on him. So, but
what I like about that, Rach, that's the passion for the game. That's what I love to see. You leave it on the court, it stays right there. But the passion and the will to win, I love it, bro. You keep that. You keep that.
So who else you got?
We got Andre Ayton.
oh my God, he's a young fella. He's about to get his kick this year.
Yes.
Now I wonder how good Ayton is going to be.
Sir, I love it. See why?
There we go.
Yeah, I need an Embiid jersey early. I need the jersey now.
Why do you say that? Why let the man play games?
I love him.
Let him play one or two games before you go at him.
I kind of, I was listening. I was watching the draft, and I kind of felt disrespected. So, I don't know. I think it was. I don't want to say the name, but Chauncey. He's supposed to be
Chauncey Billups?
He's supposed to be a GM.
He's supposed to be the expert, and he said that Deandre Ayton is as good as me. He was so upset.
So, but he was compared, and I can't see the comparison because of the potential. He's gonna be good. But like when you talk about it looks like Joel Embiid. I play on both sides of the court. I think I'm a good offensive player.
Well, you're a great offensive player.
Good defensive player, and I do it on both ends of the floor. I watch him play, and he's got a lot of work to do, but he's got a lot of potential. He's going to be really good.
So is this kind of like Shaq when Dwight Howard came up and people said, oh, he's going to be like Shaq, and Shaq got very upset that anyone would compare it to him? Are you going to be like that with DeAndre Ayton?
I'm not upset. I'm more mad at Chauncey for not doing his research.
And his pride.
We're going to have Chauncey on the show. I was going to say, when we get back to that, we're going to have Chauncey on the show. So we'll get some commentary from him as well.
And it's good.
Chauncey, you better never come to Cameroon. You never leave.
Good that you want to separate yourself.
Absolutely.
It's always good to separate
Last
yourself.
one.
Bow.
Oh my God.
You know what that is? You know what that is? Do you know what that
This is national television. Can you watch your language,
I think
please?
I think this is Willis Reed's cousin's second removed nephew's brother.
Hey,
I don't know who this is.
Did you ever see the picture? Oh, there you go. That's a sign right there.
Yeah, I don't even know this guy.
What man is that? Nah. He's like I said, it's mutual respect. At the end of the day, it's all fun. We're just having fun on the court.
Man, no, you gonna punish everybody.
Yeah, you don't respect that guy, Joel. Knock it off. That dude's like a third stringer.
Everybody, you
I know,
punish
on the
everybody.
court, I'm punishing everybody,
right.
and then there's some guys that just take it too far and like whatever, and then you gotta keep going and all that. But at the end of the, I'm trying to kick someone's. I'm not supposed to go someone's butt.
There we go.
There you go. That's what I do.
I love him.
You are a bad influence.
This
You
is
two,
my
you're
guy.
actually, you know what? I
This
don't
is
know.
my guy.
I don't know who the bad influence is on each other on this set. That's all I'm gonna say. That there's.
Joel Embiid is a lot like Charles Barkley was, especially when Barkley was in Philadelphia. He would try to antagonize everybody. Barkley would antagonize the refs. He'd antagonize the opponent. He'd antagonize the crowd. He'd antagonize his teammates. Sometimes he'd antagonize his damn self.
Whatever. I do want to ask you about this summer because during all the Kawhi Leonard trade negotiations, our Zach Lowe recently said that, hey, the Spurs called the Sixers and they wanted you for Kawhi, and the Sixers said no.
Of course. And you know what's amazing to me? When those talks were going on, there were actually people who tried to allege that Philadelphia was trying to trade for Kawhi Leonard, but Joel Embiid's name was not involved. I mean, give me a break. You really think that Joel Embiid's name was not involved in trade talks for Kawhi Leonard? Who else were they going to trade for him? It had to be either Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid. And I stated at the time, that's the reason why Brian Colangelo or his wife or whoever it was that they claimed was making those quote-unquote offensive tweets about Joel, that's why they were saying those things, because they were trying to set up a pretext to trade him for Kawhi Leonard, because Brian Colangelo did not like Joel Embiid.
What did you think when you heard that?
I thought it was good. I mean, I love the loyalty and I love the importance that they think I have for this organization. And
it's going to be very interesting when the Toronto Raptors play the Philadelphia 76ers if Joel Embiid tries to do any hijinks on Kawhi Leonard to see if he can get inside of Kawhi's head.
And I really appreciate it. And Kawhi is a great player. I have a lot of respect for him. When we talk about two-way players, like he's one of the best in the league. So I have a lot of respect for him. And for the Sixers to say no to that, he just shows you that they think of me really highly. And I can't wait to go on the court to show them why they say no. They say no to that trade.
So ask him what he thinks of your team, whether he thinks you need another piece.
So, yeah, well, I've been asked that question, and I think you and Simmons are everything y'all need, and I think y'all already have y'all third piece. I think if Fultz can come into the player,
Right, but that's a big if. That's a big if. Right now, they need a great wing, because in the NBA right now, you need a great wing in order to win. That's the bottom line.
y'all have y'all big three, but I honestly think, and it's just not because I'm here, I'm not the type of guy that just blow smoke. I really think you and Simmons have what it takes to get your team over the top. I really have enough confidence.
They don't have it right now, Steven Jackson. So knock it off.
Confidence in you guys.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, thank you, Steven Jackson, but I disagree. We don't have enough right now.
And Markel, I think he's gonna be good this year.
I think Markel is going to be better. I saw him in the gym. He actually make one jump shot. I was so happy.
I'm excited about the future. We got good vets around. We just added Wilson. I think he's gonna be great for the playoffs. He's able to switch 1-4, maybe 5-2.
Yeah, that's going to be his relevance. That was a good pickup by them, getting Wilson Chandler.
Marquez is gonna come in and help us. JJ's gonna be himself. I love Dyer. I think Dyer is so underrated. People don't know how good he is. He's so freaking good.
Big shot maker too. Yeah. He makes big shots.
He's so freaking good. Curry's gonna do is stay defensively and offensively.
Right, but Covington disappeared in last year's playoffs, bro. Covington's gonna have to step his game up, and I'm not quite sure exactly what his ceiling is, especially when you look at the role that he plays. You guys pretty much only let him take wide open jump shots. So I'm not quite sure exactly where he fits in right now, but I guess that's directly correlated to how much Markelle Fultz has improved.
We got a lot of pieces, like you said. We got what we need, and even when
you guys need more shooting.
When we're going through the free agent stuff, and then I was like, it'd be nice to have all these guys, but like, I want to do it myself. I want to win the championship.
You were not out recruiting because you want to be the guy.
I was recruiting. I tried to talk to him and all that, but I want to be the guy. So I want to take that team to the next level.
When you say him, do you mean LeBron?
There's a couple of guys, LeBron, Paul George.
Okay.
Then that's it.
All right, well, I want to ask if you are now pitching LeBron to be in Space Jam 2, because there is a feeling that if there ever was someone who belongs on the Monstars,
It's him, yes.
it is Joel Embiid.
Yes.
What do you think?
Hey, LeBron.
Give a little pitch to the camera. Well, we got some looks about some people
Yeah.
who might be in it. Obviously, you grow up big, right?
Yeah.
They got
I did know, by the way, you told me earlier today you wanted to be an astronaut when you were a kid, so this Space Jam would be perfect for you, right?
There you go.
Be perfect.
I feel like you.
Now, what the hell is JaVale McGee wearing? Look, I say this all the time. A lot of these guys in the NBA, either when they can't play or when they're now the second banana on their team, that's when they start dressing crazy. Russell Westbrook, when he realized that he was the second banana to Durant, that's when he started dressing crazy. Same thing with D. Wade and LeBron in Miami. That's when D. Wade started dressing crazy. When LeBron came and he said to himself, I got to get attention some other type of way. This dude, JaVale McGee, he's asking to get roasted. What the hell is this?
You've seen the movie, right?
The way I play
Thank
the
you. I was
game.
gonna have a heart attack.
Like people kind of go as me as a big man, but the way I play the game, I'm able to do everything on the basketball court.
So you're saying you're an alien. You're like an alien.
Well,
You would be perfect for this.
Rachel, don't say that too loud. Donald Trump is deporting people. I don't want to go back to Cameroon.
I want to say that because
We can be the Monstars. We can be the Monstars.
There you go.
Just to be fair, we have to go, but give us pitch to the camera why you should be on.
I don't know. Like,
Oh, come on.
Because I'm Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid. There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's all you need to do. Good luck this season.
Thank
We're
you
so
so much,
thrilled you
Michelle.
could be with us.
Thanks, sister.
Steven, it was great to have you here. That is it from us from Sixers opening training camp. It's basketball season again, people. It's official. We'll see you on Monday.
So we'll see how things turn out for Mr. Joel Embiid. I do give him an outside opportunity to get MVP consideration. We'll see. He's going to have a tremendous season, though. The benchmarks for him in regards to possibly getting the NBA regular season MVP, like he himself confirmed, 27 to 28 points per game, 13 rebounds per game, 3.5 blocks per game, shooting over 50% from the field, over 75% from the line, over 35% from three. Once again, his team has to win 55 or more games, and he will be in the top 3 finalists. Right now, I consider him, Anthony Davis, and LeBron as being the favorites to win the MVP. Of course, right now, LeBron is an overwhelming favorite because he is the liberal media's boothang, and he has the narrative behind him. But we'll see what happens. And, of course, an outside chance to Mr. Steph Curry, who I think is going to have a great season, as long as he stays healthy. So, peace.